Assalamu alaikum, our beloved students of class 6. I am your FT teacher from BGST subject 6. I am hoping you are staying at your home and by the grace of Almighty, you are still now safe. So today I am going to take class on BGST subject from chapter 5, which is about Society of Bangladesh. You, I, and all other people are living in society. Not only we people are living in society in group, but also other animals like elephants, bees, cows, crows. They like to live in group. And if, for example, if a crow dies or if a crow falls in danger, then all the crows come to his rescue. And this is because of their living in a group. Let's start today's topic. I'm going to today at first teach you from the concept of society. Then we'll focus on the influence of natural as well as geographical environment of our social life. Then we will get to know about the different parts of social development, and from these different stages of social development you can sum up a comparison between those different stages. And the last topic will be from nature of Bangladeshi society based on the feature of social evolution. Let's jump to this topic. So, do you have any idea what is human society? As man cannot live alone, they live in society, and by the time goes away, people establish social relationship. And in short, if we can say, human race living together in harmony is called society. And in broadly, if we say what is society, we mean natural mutual relationship on the ground of which we people human lives for special purpose, like for fulfilling our special demand and needs for living together. Then focus on the characteristics of a society. Here two characteristics of a society can be seen. First one is man lives together, and second one is there are many purposes behind people living together in society. So do you have any idea why did people form society? Any guess? Here is the answer. In old times there was nothing like family before the society was formed. Man felt helpless in the face of animals attacking and other natural disaster, and after all these things they came to realize that they also need the importance of mutual cooperation. So people started to live together, and for fulfilling their necessity of living together was for collecting food and also for saving themselves from the attack of those animals. And by the changes of time, in the process of developing mutual cooperation, people formed that society. Now come to the point, how small units from smaller portion to larger portion our society is built up. Let's take an example. Suppose one boy named Tahsin. He lives with his family, his father, mother and he. Then he has relatives, cousins, and all those make a clan and the community. Suppose he lives in Mohammadpur area. Mohammadpur belongs to Dhaka division. So this is a community. Then Dhaka belongs to Bangladesh. This is how a nation is built. And all these come together build our society. This is how from small units to larger society emerged. Then the topic is from 42 number page, lesson 2, impact of natural environment and geographical environment on our social life. Human life is influenced by the natural and geographical environment, and the environment has also the control to influence our life. As the ongoing situation we can easily understand, our life is stuck at our home because of a condition of an epidemic, and this is caused because of the environment pollution or some other thing. Okay, let's focus today's topic. For example, rivers. River can simplify human lifestyle. For example, most of our civilization in old times were developed beside the rivers. Like Hindu civilization developed on the bank of Sindh, then our ancient civilization of Bangladesh was also developed on the bank of river Ganges, and Egyptian civilization was also developed on the bank of Nile. And another thing, industrialization develops easily where there is an advanced transportation of riverways like boat, launch, steamer. And because of good waterways, industries were set up at Narayanganj for a long time, for a long ago in our country. Now, natural resource. Natural resource can also has an impact in our life. People's occupation of an area also depends on the natural resources. For example, the miners live in mine areas and the industrial workers live in industrial areas, so they can easily go to their workplace. Now, influence of geographical environment on our social life. Geographical environment has its impact on the way of human life, humans' mannerism, culture of society, and also the industrialization and so on. Here you can see a picture of our map, of our country's map. In this map you can see, I have marked some places like Rajshahi on your left side of the map. Here silk saree and cloth industries in Rajshahi is famous because of mulberry trees grows here. And on the below side you can see a portion I made round in Satkhira, then Khulna, then Bagherhat. In all these areas Sundarban is belonged, and honey of Sundarban is famous, as you know. And who likes sweets? Tanga's chomchom is so famous. And then next area Mymensingh, and in Mymensingh the Muktagacha is belonged, and in Muktagacha the manda or sweetmeat is famous. Then Tangarer Shari is also famous, and there is also a song from Dhaka Shari, you know that. And because of river and area and climate, the weavers of our famous Dhaka Shari lived at Demra in Dhaka area, in this area. And let's, on your right side of the map, here Sylhet. And why Shitolpati of Sylhet is famous? Because of easy, okay, I am just watching it. So because of the easy founding of raw materials and other things in these areas, some special things, some famous things is renowned. All this happened because of geographical environment. Geographical environment also can influence our clothing, our dressing. Like people of cold areas wear silk clothes, and while people of tropical areas wear light cotton clothes. Then let's jump to the next topic, which is about different stages in the social evolution. Society is changeable. The old society was not like our present day society. In 1922, how the society was, and today's 2020 society, is it same? No. Actually, because of the development of knowledge, science and other things, the old society quickly changed and modern society of today was formed. There are 6 types of society can be found in the development stages of society. First one is hunting and food gathering society. Then next one is horticulture society. Then the next one is pastoral society. Then the next one is agrarian society. And the most developed is industrial, and today's society is post-industrial society. The hunting and food gathering society. Hunting and food gathering society is the oldest organized society, as this society does not made up of very large group of people, a small group of people, only 2, 3, 4 members like this. These types of group of people started to live together. So this is kind of simple type of society. and most of the people use stone for hunting. So this society was also named as Stone Age Society. And in this society, women were used to gather fruits, and where the man went for hunting. And man used this kind of tools for the hunting, and these most of the tools are made of bones. As you can see, these tools which were used for hunting by the men of hunting and food gathering society. And in this society, no strong organization or society was formed. The next one is horticultural society. Horticultural society. In this society, man became food producer rather than food collectors. Many sociologists say that women of this society started growing crops by scattering seeds, and this way of agriculture is named as horticulture. Women used long stick, animal horn, this kind of hand tools for raising crops. As you can see in this picture, the tools used for the cultivation of crops, and women only grew the sufficient amount of food for their daily needs. Then next topic is pastoral society. In the course of social development, startup cattle raising become started. And how this come? Man started to think about raising cows and goats alive, that they thought of keeping those animals become profitable rather than killing them. For example, they would get milk daily, and they could get fur, and they could use the bones of the animals. So the increase of domestic animals in the society became an asset to people. And dog became a faithful protector and hunting companion for this society. Here is an example. In the picture, you can easily see that a man is going with an animal for hunting, and women are doing their raising crop activities. So this is from pastoral society. And people invented barter system by exchanging animals between them. The next one is agrarian society. Though women started cultivation, man took the responsibility of farming after the invention of plow and using bullocks for the food cultivation. And people started to grow more and more amount of crops, and the left amount of crops were used for selling in other parts of the areas. So people also took part in business and commerce to sell those extra amount of crops. And in this society, people entered into the urban lifestyle and civilization developed. As people started to live in a permanent place, civilization developed in the societies. So we can say civilization is the contribution of agriculture. Here men are performing the food raising activities, where in the pastoral society you can see women were doing those activities. People from agrarian society, especially the man, started to do more physical labor from this time. And most of the agrarian societies, people started to live nearby the riverside areas, as there were easy transportation and easy cultivation system for doing the activities near side the river. Then the industrial society. Significant development in agriculture was made in Europe in the later time of Middle Age, and European people started to think about concentrating their interest on in art, literature, science during the 15th and 16th century. And this new growth in Europe is mentioned as Renaissance. A person named Columbus reached America in this time. Steam engine was invented in the 18th century. It brought a revolution in the system of production. And after that, electricity was invented. Electricity began to be produced with a special kind of steam engine named steam turbine. Industrial revolution started in Europe. Especially the people from England started the step of industrial revolution in Europe. The use of gas, petrol, railway communication and electricity started in the 19th century. After that, the use of radio, cinema, aeroplane, television, all this started in the 20th century. To satisfy the increasing demand of labor and raw materials in industrial sector, Europe established its colony in Asia and Africa to satisfy the demand of labor. Then the next one is post-industrial revolution society, which is the present society. The main feature of the society is informative processing rather than concentrating on industry. Automatic machine, computer, mobile phone and various media of communication make it possible to make the communication more easier, and global village concept is adopted as communication has become more easier. Global village means what? There will be no boundary between the countries to communication and to do other activities to fulfill, to help the countries among themselves. And all these society from time to time changed and bring many good things for us. Now come to our society. Nature of society in Bangladesh. This is from 47 number page, lesson 7. At present, the society of Bangladesh has changed into a modern society. Some signs of old human settlement have been discovered in some areas. For example, in Lalmai of Kumilla, in Wari Batashari of Norsingdi, in some areas of Chattogram and Sylhet. As in your previous classes, previous from plus 5 or plus 4, you got to know about these places. So I will not discuss about these places. Now come to the point. In ancient days, people of this country introduced agriculture along with hunting and cattle raising. And however, entering into a developed stage of the society does not mean the abolition of the previous stage. So, city-based population has entered post-industrial revolution area, and as they did not totally abolish the previous society's tradition, they still maintain previous social tradition. And therefore, horticulture, cattle rearing, agriculture is contributing much to our economy. Industry did not flourish in the pre-liberation time because of the negligence of the Pakistani rulers. But fortunately, in the post-liberation time, agriculture production has increased. And at present, in our country, Bangladesh, in the post-industrial revolution time, with the extreme development of information technology, Bangladesh has joined in the digital revolution. Now, our people of country of Bangladesh can easily use multi-dimensional technology, for example, internet, software and networking in our daily life for their educational, social, cultural sectors. And for example, I am taking your class in online because of this situation. And this is also an example of today's society of digital revolution. That's all from the class topic, and I made home tasks for you. These are the question. after going through the slides and through the lecture, and after reading the books for 3 times or more times, you can write down the answer. And now come to, it is from page number 48, the exercise of chapter 5. First one, the answer will be, the first step for forming a society is family. Yes, I also show you a diagram of this in slide 4 maybe. Then women first started cultivation because they had responsibility for collecting food. Yes. 3 number question. If fair is going on in the school field, a stall has been decorated with machines, looms for weaving clothes, and projects for producing electricity. Which society is this indicating? Answer will be industrial society. And last answer will be, due to the society, what will be the answer? More production has been ensured, and as well as agriculture. No, agriculture. Transportation has been easier. Yes, be careful about answering this question. Try to more analyze from the lesson 3, 4, 5, 6, and try to go through more and more from page 43 to page 46 to compare the different stages of the society. As in the slides I have already discussed, so you can get help from the slides. Okay, now time for the question answer. Go to page 49. Here, the 49 number page. Here, as you can see a picture, a man is using a tool for hunting, and in another picture, especially the women you can see in the picture are doing what? Doing the food cultivating activities. So come to the question. First one is, what is Porabari famous for? Yes, the answer from page 42 you can find. For Chom Chom, the Porabari is famous. Then the next question is, what is primitive people live in groups? Why did the primitive people live in group? The answer you can get from page 41. Go to page 41 and take the last line from page 41. And what is the line? The line is, man had to live fighting with the hostile environment. And yes, then the other part will be from page 42, first para. Yes, and you can also get help from the slides where I have mentioned how did people make the society. C number question. C number question is figure 1, which society is indicating? This society is indicating hunting and food gathering society, and you can get help to write down the answer from page 43. And D number question. D number question, which society is this? Horticultural society, and you can get help from page 44 to write down this answer. Okay class, that's all from today's lecture, and try to utilize your time by doing your activities like building up your relationship with your family more friendly, and try to do religious activities so you can build your relationship with the Creator more stronger. That's all from today's class. Allah Hafiz.